Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RDA. I hope you are doing well. This is your Manchester United versus Wolves preview with TripleM. Yeah, let's get straight into it, man. Wolves are a good footballing side, as we all know, because they can be very hard to beat. They've become somewhat of a bogey team in Manchester United's recent history, but we haven't really... I don't know. They haven't really been a threat for me. I mean, in the last five, they've lost three. They drew one against Tottenham, and then they won the one against Chelsea, which is a good result. But Chelsea didn't play that well. And I look at that draw against Tottenham, which I spoke about this morning in a video prior. So I'm not going to go too much into it. But I don't think Tottenham played that well. If we play like Tottenham did, then we're in trouble. We cannot play like Tottenham did. We have to boss this game. Lindelof is injured. So Bailey's going to have to play next to Maguire anyways. So my predicted SI goes as follows. De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka back in the team, Luke Shaw back in the team. I would opt to go with Telles to be more attacking, but because we have Bailey or Axel playing next to Maguire because Lindelof is injured, the pace is there, and we don't need to protect our centre-backs as much. But I don't think we need attacking fullbacks either. And I know that doesn't make sense. You're going to be like, what do you mean? I mean, because Wolves sit back, we're going to have the ball anyways. We don't need our fullbacks bombing forward. I think we can penetrate them down the middle. I think Rashford and Greenwood down the wing can do something, can offer something. And I don't think they need a helping hand. Telles, in my opinion, should only play if Cavani starts, because otherwise, what's the point? You know, his crossing is amazing, but Martial can't finish his dinner to save his life, fam. He's like a kid who gets served broccolis and all sorts of other veggies, and they just don't want to eat it, fam. You know, then wait there. But yeah, going into the midfield, I would play Fred, even though Fred's composure has been in question lately. If you go back and watch the game, our last game against Leicester City, the handball that Bailey conceded, Bailey was actually pointing to Luke Shaw because Fred had four options. He had an option to pass back to De Gea. He had an option to pass back to Bailey on the ground and not in the air like he did. And he had an option to pass to Luke Shaw and Maguire. Luke Shaw and Maguire were wide open. So was De Gea, but Luke Shaw and Maguire are wide open. We cannot play from the back if our players are too tunnel visioned and too scared. We need someone like Matic who has composure and actually looks up before he passes and holds onto the ball and then gets rid of it. Matic very rarely gives away the ball in those deep areas and it leads to a goal or it leads to a free kick or it leads to a penalty because he doesn't panic. He actually looks around. He's aware of what's happening. He's aware of what the best decision is to retain possession. CDMs should retain possession. Your job is not to create chances. Your job is not to shoot forward. You're not N'Golo Kante. You're not a world-class CDM. You're Fred. You're Fred the Brazilian with no first touch. So calm the fuck down and pass it to one of your fullbacks. It's not rocket science. But nevertheless, I love Fred. And I'll put him in the team regardless, even though I just slated him. So yeah, Bruno Fernandes in the 10. Next to him, interesting. Debatable. Personally, I would put Van der Beek in, but since our manager has no shame and he played a player who came out and said he doesn't want to be at the club 48 hours before our biggest game of the season, I would play Pogba anyways because what's the point? You've already thrown your self-respect out the window. You've already thrown your self-worth out the window. Any shame that is surrounding this Pogba situation has already multiplied exponentially. So just play Pogba. You can't ruin your reputation anymore as a manager, and you've squashed your beef with Pogba. So why shouldn't we? You know what I mean? Still don't like Paul Pogba. Still think he has an attitude problem, and I still think he needs to leave the club if he wants to. But whatever. I'd still play him because of his abilities and the fact that Wolves will sit back and he'll have a lot of space to play his long diagonal balls, which I believe is one of his best traits. In the front three, I would have Mason Greenwood. I would not play Dan James. If Ollie plays Dan James, I might actually pull my hair out. I might actually do it. If Ollie plays Dan James in a game like this, like, come on, bro. Like, come on. So you've got to play Mason Greenwood. You've probably got to go with Cavani if we're being objective, if we're being honest. Because I had a lot of people criticizing Rashford, saying Rashford should have scored his chances. How many sitters has Martial missed in the last few games? And nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about it. I suppose our standards for Rashford are much higher than that of Martial. We just expect Martial to be Mr. Hold-Up Man, Mr. Link-Up Man, you know? Our B-Tech Firmino. That's what we expect from Martial. Is that acceptable for Manchester United Football Club? Is it acceptable to wear the number 9 jersey for Manchester United Football Club and you can't finish your dinner? So much so that nobody is talking about it. Everybody's just kind of moved on. because everybody knows that there's no point complaining about it. I don't think so. We've got Cavani, play him. And I'm not saying Martial should be binned and removed from the team. Martial should obviously stay our number one striker, but at the moment, he's struggling with confidence. So pull him out the team, say, hey, maybe you need to sit on the bench and watch how Cavani does it. You know, just regain your composure, regain your confidence. Come on at the end of the game, like he did against Everton. Come on in a cameo role when the boys are tired, when there's space to exploit him behind, when the game is opened up, when there's the tension is settled. It's not as cagey, and your mistakes won't cost us the game. Come on, you know, when we have nothing to lose. But not at the beginning of the game. You know, you can't keep starting players that play badly. I've been saying this for a while. And then we play Marcus Rashford on the left, obviously. Now, I personally would go with Cavani in this game, but if Martial starts, I won't be too upset. I just think it's just another sign that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has his favourites, and I don't think it's fair. And I like Martial. I really, really do like Martial. I've got no agenda against Martial, but I'm sick and tired of people going in on Bruno and Rashford, but everybody else in this team is free from criticism. Pogba FC just can't. Pogba can't do wrong in their eyes. You know, Martial FC, Martial can't do wrong in their eyes, even though he's a striker and his primary job is to score goals. Yes, he's good at hold-up. Yes, he brings a lot to the team in terms of assists. Yes, he creates a lot of chances, but he still has to score. He still has to score. You cannot be a number 9 and not score. We don't have Mane. We don't have Salah. We need our number 9 to score. We need our number 9 to score. We are not Liverpool. We are not Liverpool. So let's stop comparing ourselves to them. But beyond that, man, score prediction, I have a bad feeling about this. I have a bad feeling about this. You know, and I hope I get proved wrong, but I think Wolves are going to take this game. I think Wolves are going to take this game. Actually, you know what? No, scrap that. I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. I hope they prove me wrong and they actually win. But Lindelof, a quick injury update. Apparently, he's been carrying an injury for a year. I don't know what the injury specifically is. However, it is something he's been carrying for over a year, and he's been playing through the pain threshold. I saw an interesting stat the other day that said something along the lines of the top 6 players in Europe across 2020 who've played the most minutes. Maguire and Lindelof were both on that list. And you see a lot of people celebrating on social media, and I'm like, why are we romanticizing players shortening their careers for a club and a manager that don't really care about the longevity of their career? You know, why? Why did we stifle Wayne Rooney's growth by playing him as a youngster? Why did we stifle Van Persie's growth at the top level, you know, by doing his backing? Why did we play Marcus Rashford through the pain threshold last season and give him a stress fracture, which ultimately ruined the upward trajectory of his season? He could have had such an amazing season last season if he didn't get injured. But no, you got to show your love to the badge and play through the pain. You know, it's so idiotic. If you really love Manchester United, you'd say, hey, boss, I actually can't play and I want to serve this club long term. And I know we need results now in the immediate term, but I'm not going to sacrifice my career just so that we can go and draw to Leicester City anyways. I'm actually going to be wise and look after my body so that I can be a better servant to the club long term. No, just put him in the team. Just put him in the team. It's bollocks. It's absolute bollocks. And United aren't the only team who do it, by the way. Partey got rushed on. He got rushed back from an injury, and then he signaled to the bench that there's something wrong with him, and Mikel Arteta pushed him back on. What is this culture in football and of playing through injuries? I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, times have changed. It's not the 50th century where you play through the pain and you gotta die for the 3 points. You know, times have changed. You know, times have changed. But anyways, that's my little rant done. I hope we beat Wolves. And if you did enjoy that, please don't forget to leave a like on the video. It's massively important. Do consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. We do general football content on this channel. Check out the other guys' videos as well. But yeah, peace out. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day/evening. Until the next one, I will check you.